Hello. Hello, everybody.
All right, so hey everyone, we are recording now. Welcome to the Woodruff Show. Hey, so recently we got a sticker pack, some stickers, some individual stickers for Weird Move West, the Woodruff Show, Nothing to Do in El Paso, a pilot show in the future called Wandering Waters. These are beautiful stickers made by world-class artists. It's really worth talking about. Going to be the talk of the town pretty soon. I know it. And I believe we're about to sell merch, or are we selling merch right now?
We gotta ask
We're
the
about
merch
to, I
team.
think.
We're about to. So, guys, there are some literally gorgeous Woodruff Show shirts that are made by the guys who make Yeezy stuff, who make John Elliott. Literally top of the line, most incredible stuff I've ever seen. I'm almost tearing up with joy. But I just wanted to throw that out at the beginning because I know that there's been like one person in El Paso who's actually asked about it. So, you know, you got to start somewhere.
We need to use mass media to reach that one person.
Yeah. So you know who you are, and I appreciate your support, and you're going to be getting one soon. On today's show, we actually have a little crew here. This is the first one that Catalina Rogers, my wife, is going to be on, so that's pretty exciting. You want to say what's up?
Hi.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow, that's a
Thank
voice
you.
right there. We got Haza here. He's a local. And then today's episode is Hector Vitala of the PR company Hector Vitala LLC, and then Hector and Rodriguez, or what's going on? What's the company called again?
No, Hector Vitela.
Hector Vitela,
every time. No, Rodriguez, man. Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Vitela Ramirez, guy.
Vitala, not Ramirez. That's what it is. So I have
There you
I tend to always ruin last names, and I don't do it on purpose, but I might start doing it on purpose because it's kind of my new thing. I enjoy it. So Hector, where are you from, man?
I'm from Mexico. I'm arriving to El Paso, Texas, when I'm in the high school moment.
Okay,
you know?
what part of Mexico?
Like Juarez.
Okay.
I'm born in United States, right? Raised in Juarez, and my family is from Mexico too. Like my dad's from Durango, and my mom from Guadalajara and Morelia.
Nice,
Kind of that's two cities, and we are arriving to Juarez, and we are here. Like I'm arriving when I was like 18, 17,
Okay.
like high school moments, you know?
Yeah,
The best.
yeah.
I think the best moment in El Paso, Texas.
Which
Yeah.
high school did you go
Dude,
to in Juarez?
In Juarez, high school was
Paso.
here in El Paso.
Okay.
Like freshman. My last one, like my high school, it was in Coronado. Half
Coronado.
Coronado,
Wow.
T-Birds, and
T-Birds,
then
baby.
half of the part of my high school, Franklin. And I'm graduating from Franklin High School.
Oh wow, dude! Rivals? You went to the rival
Cougar,
schools?
and,
Damn.
Yeah.
Spies.
And then it was super funny because I love that moment in being El Paso, Texas. I never think that I come and living here. Nunca pensé venir a vivir aquí.
Oh,
So
so I never
like-
thought he was going to live here.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't know you were gonna live here. You.
No, man.
Alright, man.
And right now I'm living in El Paso,
Yeah.
Texas, Juarez, Mexico City. Like the three
Wow.
parts.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny because I feel like a lot of El Pasoans feel that way about high school. Like high school is a huge deal in El Paso,
Yeah.
which is pretty fun, man. Like I went to El Paso High. I mean, everyone who's been listening to this podcast knows that we just had a little battle with Austin High and El Paso High.
It's
But,
a nice high school.
What was it
too.
about high school? Why did you like high school so much?
Yeah, I love high school. Like that's the best moments because I have when I never speaking like that's a funny story because when I'm arriving, don't speak nothing English, man, nothing, man. Like I'm very Mexican, like a nopal in the head. And then when I was here, and start to talk to in English because it was and I get EOS bilingual clase bilingual.
Yeah, bilingual. Yeah.
Bilingual class. ESL, I don't know.
ESL,
ESOL.
something like that,
ESL
right?
program, right? Yeah.
English is the second language.
Yeah.
And then no man, like at Teflon, super hard to understand English, but I'm trying it. I'm like read books in English, watching movies in English.
With subtitles, right?
Yeah, with
That's how my
for
mom learned
sure.
English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
I want-
Carolina, you have that.
Dude, I want
Those
to.
tips.
Yeah.
I want to do that because I mean, that's how Pilo learned English too. He watched The Office. Like, he would just repeatedly watch The Office back and forth, watch it like 4 or 5 times, and then he like got English down. I want to do that with Spanish.
Yeah.
You need to.
Is there
do
any
it.
show-
When he goes to Costa Rica and see my parents.
Yeah.
Dude, are there any shows that you'd recommend watching that are in Spanish that I could really engage with and start listening to?
I I thought Narcos would have been really good, and he
Narcos,
did. He already
yeah,
watched
yeah.
I could watch it again though. I like it.
that. Yeah, it was good.
It's a strong series, but and you can watch another one. I don't know. You see
What about
Netflix for sure?
telenovelas?
Not tele-
telenovelas.
Yeah, what kind would you
Oh.
recommend?
Telenovelas. Oof. I don't
Which
see
one's the
it
worst?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
see right now, but I remember.
I don't see right now. Yeah, right.
But in Netflix, we Rosa de Guadalupe, like
Rosa
a
de Guadalupe is one.
Mexican show, like a drama show, like super funny, man.
Cool. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah. Or series in Spanish, like Casa de las Flores,
Casa de
super
las Flores.
funny. Esa me encantó.
And this is all on Netflix.
Made in Mexico.
Yeah,
Finally need to see it for
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Casa de los Flores is pretty interesting because it's a telenovela, but it's more like an American late night series. It's not soap opera morning style.
Okay.
It's late night
Okay.
style. So they do a better job, but it's still all like a cast of 400 people, and it's all like fighting and arguing.
Dude, I want to. I mean,
Yeah.
I like novellas. I've seen them when I was like, whenever I get sick in school and like kind of flip through the daytime channels, there'd always be like 3 or 4 novellas on.
Yep.
So I'd watch them and like see the chaos, and it's pretty similar to what's
A lot of
like.
slapping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of slapping, a lot of like
Yeah.
water being thrown on people, a lot of yelling. It's what are the soap opera? That's
Yeah.
pretty much the same thing. Yeah.
See, the big difference though is that soap operas in Mexico end, and in the United States they never end.
Yeah,
So
okay.
there's never like a really
Yeah,
big build up.
Yeah, you're right, because it's always
Yeah.
the same actors and actresses, but just different
Yes.
novelas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they
Like-
switch it up and they have crazy endings, and you can kill off people because you'll
Yeah,
see them in
yeah,
a
yeah.
different
And-
spot.
Okay.
Like the novela is in 1 year, man. No, like 8, 10
Yeah.
years.
No,
You look at the
long,
series
yeah.
Friends, something like that.
Yeah, like
That-
10 seasons, something
that-
ridiculous.
But the guy, well, the best artist there, I don't know the names. Like, I don't only see the right now the face from here, like super old, like fat and everything. Like, you don't look in the same. Like,
Yeah.
but that's it's a
Yeah, you're
long
right.
time to record it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So wait, in novellas, like you were saying, so like after the year's over, they just redo the novella with different characters?
No,
or?
so it's just a completely
just
different
done.
novella.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, and so like you get it's closer to a series
Oh, yeah.
than like how soap operas in the United States. I mean, like Young and the Restless has been on for what 40 years.
Dude, yeah, like, I think the longest TV series is a soap opera. Are they still going on? Are soap operas still going on?
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's some deep shit. That's cool. Wait, so you came to high school and you didn't know any English.
Any man.
So
like-
how did you start making friends? How did you start kind of bridging that gap into America?
I don't know. I tell you my dad. Like right now, my company is in United States too, in Mexico. But I told my dad, like, I don't know how can I explain to my friends, but I get the friendship, from my American friends, Canadian friends, like French, like the all American friends
Yeah,
from
yeah,
El
yeah.
Paso. Like when I don't speak like nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know with the signals like hey you want beer
Point at things.
you want shotgun beer let's do it homework like teach me
Do it for
like
me.
I get the best words and I try it and almost I think my American friends told me like oh he's very funny guy or very
Really nice.
nice because honestly like oh can you help me like because the smart thing every time I do it like get the como con júntate con la gente correcta
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Like,
When you
you
hang
know-
out with the right people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
because when I see like the friends like they speak very well English I say that's I need to be in this group
Nice.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I need to learn and I'm arriving I don't speak nothing
Yeah,
and right
yeah.
now I don't speak very well but I'm trying
Yeah,
know
no, you're good, yeah.
You feel like
Like-
you understand a lot of it too,
Yeah.
and like you can kind of articulate yourself. You're very animated, which is a key thing, you know. You come off good, you know. I mean, dude, a lot of the languages, a lot of your English or your language is body language, you know. Like you can say
Yes,
more than you
for
think
sure.
with how you look, what your face is
Yeah.
doing, how your body's moving. So you got that covered. So I could see that like kind of jumping into English is slowly but surely. I'm very slow on my Spanish. I've been living in El Paso my whole life, and
But Carolina understand you. Like that's a good part.
Yeah.
She know English.
Yeah. No, definitely. So kind of back with high school as well. So like, did you like kind of trade off with English? Like, hey, you knew Spanish, so like your English friends, you'd be like, yo, dude, I'll take care of your Spanish homework if you take care of my English homework. Did you ever trade off like that?
No. That was hard, man. Like English and Spanish, like separate. Like,
Yeah.
When I'm here, tried. when all here in El Paso speak Spanish, that's
Yeah.
a good thing. Like, I don't feel a little bad because in other cities from the United States, people don't speak Spanish, man.
Yeah.
But here in the border, that's what I like to live in here. Everybody speaks Spanish. That's
That's a cool thing about El Paso.
yeah.
Dude, for me, kind of a bummer though is like everyone would do my homework. Like, and it was like easy for him, so it wasn't like a big deal, you know. So it'd
Yeah.
take him like 5 minutes. It would take me like an hour, and I'd like be like, "Hey, dude, I want to play basketball. Like, you want to just do my homework real quick?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, for sure, I got it."
Just the Spanish homework is too easy.
Yeah, yeah. you
For
know?
someone else.
Yeah, for like a native speaker, you know, like it's
Yeah.
like, hey, write an essay about like what a cat. And like, oh, dude, it's a
Like a
paragraph.
cat, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man, it's done. Here you go. And for me, it's like, frick, dude. Like 3 hours later, I'm like not saying it right. I'm struggling.
But you get Hispanic friends for sure.
I know.
Or something like a Latino,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Because
Yeah, so I'm gonna start paying attention more because I think that's what a big amount of it is. It's just like instead of like just sitting there listening and seeing how people are acting and kind of picking it up, I'll pick it up. Give me 5 years.
Well,
Yeah.
and you know, like
only speak JW, only
Dude, we're gonna
Spanish. Hola, compadre.
When we're in fights, one time he came
Oh,
out,
yeah.
it just came out in Spanish. He was like, oh,
I was like, oh, that's
that's
to
how
learn that
he'll
one.
learn. That's how he'll learn.
I want to hear Jay, like, so,
Yo hablo poquito
hola,
español.
vieja, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah,
Like a Mexican.
which is very different from ¿Cómo estás, vieja? or ¿Cómo
Right.
estás, vieja?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, you
exactly.
can give two ways. You need to be
¿Cómo
super.
estás, vieja?
Oh boy. So I mean, we're actually trying to do it at work. We weren't really disciplined by it, but that's something we talked about. Like, hey, doing like a Tuesday Spanish day where all we have to do is talk in Spanish at work.
Spanish.
I think the home would be cool too.
Yeah,
Just
we
like,
should
hey,
try
Wednesday
doing
we're
that.
gonna watch TV shows in Spanish and we're gonna cook in Spanish and like kind of do all that. Yeah.
We try to do like every Tuesday for me to teach him Spanish, but then we ended up just kind of
We're-
getting busy.
we've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you
we've done a lot of
know?
stuff,
Slowly
yeah.
but surely, we got a good amount of time. We're
I'm supposed to teach him Spanish and dancing.
yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck
Yeah,
with
yeah.
both.
I know. He's actually pretty good at dancing.
I
He's
got-
great.
Yeah, I think
He's
I got
great.
rhythm, man. I got rhythm.
Yeah, you do.
You know, I might not have the steps yet, but I got some rhythm.
And don't feel too bad about the schooling because it's hard to learn language from a book. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
so much better to just kind of like be talking and
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I completely
It's
agree.
easier when you're younger and like when you're like 3, 4, 5 and you start. That's how me and my sister were. And
Oh,
Yeah.
that's you understand
Yeah.
like perfect English, perfect Spanish.
yeah.
That's the best way, man.
Yeah, dude. I
because-
was traumatized when I was younger because my mom was afraid that I was like not learning Spanish right because I'd talk to the maid in Spanish a lot.
Oh, for
but I'd
sure.
like mix it. I'd be like, yo quiero the ice cream. And like my mom would be like, that's not right. Like you're using two languages. Like I'm kind of
Only English.
Yeah.
Only English or only Spanish.
Yeah, yeah. Because
that
I don't
was
think
hard
they
because-
didn't realize it in the
It's actually
past.
really good to
Yeah.
like combine it and you understand both.
One of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
cousins, like he living here like all life, like, and he wanna teach his like daughter like Spanish, him and the wife only English, because like wife only English and
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Latino, like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he told me like, I don't wanna be my girl, my baby. Speak moto or something like
yeah.
Spanish or English, man.
No, our kid, full on both.
Oh, yeah, they
Full on
definitely
was
both.
Yeah.
For sure. I can't wait for like the kids to like yell at me in Spanish.
Wow.
Articulate.
And he yells back in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
discipline
want to
in
be a good
Spanish.
father for one.
Yeah, no,
Kids.
dude. So I'm like gonna use like discipline in Spanish and then like all the treats in English, and just like kind of start weeding them. get them all changed like that. Well, so wait, so you're in high school in El Paso. Where did
Yes.
you go to college? You stayed around the region, or what's up?
I'm staying here local.
Cool.
Like I'm a local guy. Like
Yeah.
UTEP
Cool, man. Cool.
minors.
Dude, that's great.
I was like graduate from marketing and double major in business administration from UTEP. Like
So what made you interested in kind of marketing and business? You always been like a pretty sociable guy. Seemed like you like to build relationships and friendships, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You wanted to take it into business.
Yes, because one of my friends told me like, why you don't graduate for public relations?
Okay.
Associate?" Yeah. And I say, why? Yeah, because you are very social. You speak with artists, with entrepreneurs, like everybody, man. And I say, pues yes, but that yo nací así, o sea, como
Yeah,
que.
like, how do you make money off of it? Too?
Yeah, like, and then one friend told me, y pues sácale provecho, te llevas bien con todo. Dije, pues ni que me mantuvieran. Le dije, me salen super caros. Like, I spend a lot of money with my friends. Like,
Nice, nice.
like
Right.
that doesn't make money. That just
then
makes
I
money.
need to graduate for another career, man. And then I get marketing. because I like to see the strategies from
Yeah, yeah.
the products. You know, like how can colocarlas like.
Yeah, how to place different products or different services in a market.
Okay.
And then,
That makes sense.
yeah, and business administration because I need to know how administrate
Yeah, yeah. No,
all the business, you know?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Administration. What is that? What does that word mean?
So to administer is to basically cut the cake and spread out
Delegate
the
tasks, like
slices.
manage, kind of, or
Yeah, it's like manage, except you're basically designating like this goes over here, this goes over there, and you're administering.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So, what's the difference between public relations and marketing?
Oof.
I want to know that one because
Oh,
I don't
actually,
think
I learned that over the summer. I took a summer class. It was
For
PR
marketing?
yeah. So
PR?
I'm minoring in marketing.
Wow.
So, but I took my class, it was communications and PR. And we actually talked about that. It was more like marketing is trying to sell the product versus public relation is what's the relation between the product and the consumer.
Okay.
So that's like, so it sounds the same, but it's very different. And then like big corporations have like a huge, kind of like task force on each one. So each one's important. But.
I never take a public relation class.
Yeah, I took
don't
that. I
know
took
re-
it over the summer.
Oh, I don't remember, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, but I kind of PR and marketing is come together.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
Like because.
Oh yeah, it goes hand in hand for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because you have the connections. That's what I doing right now. Like, you are down from one, Carolina or Giselle, you are down from one product, right? And I have contacts in Mexico or United States. Like, we can, like, connect you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have the guy. You have
Connect
stores, stores, and we can sell your product in his stores. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the deal that I do. And I closed one like two,
Oh,
3
really?
days ago.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What were you doing down in Mexico City? You just got back, right?
Yes, just coming and pass. Signing the contract and I'm back.
Nice, man. So you were only there for like the weekend or something?
Yes, just a weekend. Like I'm gonna stay in Mexico City 15 days of the month.
Oh, really?
But right now, one client hired me, contract me,
Uh-huh.
like, kindly, and I need to follow his agenda.
Oh, okay.
Agenda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Agenda,
Agenda. I
schedule.
get you. I got it.
Schedule. I need to follow the schedule from him because he pay me, right?
Yeah, yeah. So what kind of contract work do you do? Like what not necessarily this specific job, but like what would someone contract you to do?
Contract for about
Like for like what would like why would I hire you?
this guy
Yeah, or any guy.
or
Like in general,
Oh,
like what services do you offer?
oh
Yeah.
there you go, Carolina, you got it. Like I have a list of my clients, all Mexico states, and he told me I need you open your portfolio.
Okay.
And when I open my portfolio, pues I'll open my list of clients.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing that I do because clients I told like I can, man. The point of my business is I need to see the project if everybody's win. If I see, I want to sell to you one product, no, man. I can sell. Just connect. Like your product need JW.
Yeah, yeah.
Distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like kind of like connect distribution, right? Because I don't want the sales.
A lot of
everybody. I want every entrepreneur friends like
A lot of people need me. He's connecting me with a lot.
everybody. I want to. Everybody told me like, Hector, thank you for the contact. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Thank you so much for the connection because I make you make a lot of money, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I win like a percent, like.
So when you
What?
connect these people, is it like at events? Is it like at dinners? Like what how do you kind of connect certain individuals together?
No, it's individual.
Okay.
And I don't have like a commercials, nothing. Just recommend me people people like told me, oh, I have my PR friend Hector Vitella, and probably he can help you. And I'm like, that's that I doing because I don't have commercial, and I have a lot of work right now. Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
God, like
Yeah.
I have a work, and this client is super cool, man. Like he's very chill. Today in Mexico is the Dia del Trabajo.
Oh yeah, congratulations to all the workers in the world.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Like no work in Mexico right now, and then I'm free a little because I have 80% clients is from Mexico. And
Oh,
then right
nice,
now,
nice, dude. So you got a good day to do a podcast.
Yeah, like, that I told you, like Wednesday, like oof,
Nice.
perfect timing.
Uh-huh.
So what kind of clients do you usually have in Mexico? Like what kind of services do they provide? Or what kind of
Right,
corporations do you work with?
right now, like remember everything. I'm beneficio a los. O sea,
For all.
no, alcohol, no, bueno, I drink in a shot. I like what I doing because it's dinners, lunchtime,
Yeah.
party with a client, and then I like it because.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
But what that I do with my clients, or like I told you, like open my list, and this client, like I can talk a little about him. He have strategies from the IRS man for to have everything in order. You know, every client in Mexico have like a like a lot of disaster. You know, like
Yeah.
and this is like administration the best way for to present to your IRS like correctly. You know.
like your taxes, right?
Yeah, like taxes.
Solo de
Taxes.
Hacienda?
Hacienda, the
Ah,
SAT.
okay.
Entonces, we work with these, and we have the other client hire me for distribution. Other
So
one-
a lot of complex services.
Yes, and this empresar, that's the company, my client. He have like 6 things that I do, that he do, right?
Okay.
Like he make more rentable the company, like growing up, like he's making growing, and marketing, franchise,
Mm-hmm.
and another like I forgot the other thing he que él hace, o sea,
Yeah.
yeah.
Many more things that he does, but so I don't know. This is kind of exciting because I know people that need franchising and marketing in Mexico.
Oh, nice. Don, look at that. There's PR right in
but
front of our
the
eyes.
connections that are getting
Yeah,
that are happening.
Yeah.
It's really interesting that this kind of job, like, really depends on that personality trait that he already,
Yeah.
had. Just
That he was
like
born
how
with.
he said, he was
The
born
natural
with it.
ability. You need a lot of emotional intelligence to be able to do that.
Right, and
Yeah. That's Carolina said one word it's like perfect because one of my friends, I pass in the job man. And maybe sometimes I make a connection like a man. You're a best friend from this guy. Like I have a great deal. But when I talk with my friend, he don't make like the best. Like it's not easy to do my work. Like
It
I
looks
need
easy.
to like I need to know how can get that person como llegarle a la persona
how to
that-
approach
in
the
the best
situation.
moment.
Yes.
The best moment because one client told me like, hey, what time you give me bring me the other client, and hey, hold on, man, I'm work, relax, because my strategies from work, I need to think about it. How can
Yeah.
interest or
Right.
open the door right in the best moment, because sometimes the entrepreneur or he have a bad moment or whatever, like
Yeah.
kind
That
of
could ruin
Timing is
things.
everything.
Yeah, timing's
Yeah.
everything. Depends on their mood, and
Yes.
also your mood at the same time. You don't want to be rushed.
No, yeah, and this is my strategy, but that's a good point.
And that makes a lot of sense. I have two cousins that are brothers that are in business, and one of them is kind of quiet, and he's very, very good at what he does. But he's definitely not the person to go to those parties and to go and like really talk to people. But his brother does, and his brother is really good at that, personal relations. And so when you're trying to, I'm imagining being one of these people that like you're having people come up to you wanting to work with you. You want to see that they have like a good approach, like kind of confident and comfortable, and
First impressions are everything.
right. And so like to have somebody like Hector who's very animated and just even just the way that you carry yourself is seems very warm, and that
Thanks.
can definitely be helpful to to promote those connections.
Yeah.
Those natural
Like have
human
people
connections.
like just like kind of put their guard down, actually listen, like, hey, like how can we both like make money from this, and like kind of like not someone trying to be sneaky, or because you kind of get that
Yes.
vibe from some people.
Oh yeah.
Or
so it's all
just
about-
tentative, right? Like a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, oh, should I get into this? Like now I have all these things to think about, so you're not in that comfortable mood, you know?
Yes, yes, that's very truly.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
You're kind of making like certain connections that people won't notice too. Like, hey, actually, I think you could work with this guy in this way, and like maybe he wouldn't have thought about that on his own.
Like,
Like
seeing
Yes.
opportunities when no one else can.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also
Uh-huh.
important, yeah.
There you go. You got it. You got everything.
so you said you're in Mexico City about 15 days a month.
Yes. In Mexico City 15 days. Right now I'm very like in and on because my other client that hired me, he told me like, oh man, you need to be here. You need to follow the schedule for him.
Okay.
Like only the weekends I can go to Mexico City. But I love Mexico City because
The food.
the food, bueno, the first thing, the food, the drink is different. The tequila is, the flavor, el sabor es diferente there. And then that's that I only go just the weekends right now.
Okay.
Like kind of if it's Thursday to Sunday, back Monday, or Monday back, like, but my goal is to stay there my 15 days and 50 days in El Paso because I make a PR there and bring me everything from the state of Chihuahua.
Okay. Nice.
My goal is, remember, is every time everybody's win. And I called all my entrepreneurs, guys of the state of Chihuahua, and I told you, when I call you, it's because I bring you a good deal, man.
Yeah.
It's not like a sales, like probably you make a lot of millions
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
pesos, right? Like a good money, man. When
Yeah,
I
yeah,
call
cool.
you, everybody talk, oh, Hector, let me know, like.
Yeah.
So what made you want to kind of connect Chihuahua to Mexico City? Why not just go to Mexico City and do all of it there? Do you have like some pride in Chihuahua? Do you have still like family connections? What gives
No,
you so excited about this region?
Like, I'm from Juarez, remember the capital
yeah.
of Chihuahua, right? And then, and then I like,
It's not, but it is. But it really is.
yeah, they give me a Chihuahua, and then I want to help, ayudar, help to all my entrepreneurs of Chihuahua.
Yeah.
I bring in work from there, because in Mexico City, all the big companies is there.
Yeah.
Or-
So there's
the
like a
big
lot of
contacts.
opportunity in Mexico City, but like talent in Chihuahua.
Everything, man. O sea, the political stuff, like everything.
Like
the
Mexico
big-
City is like the heart of Mexico.
is the
kinda.
heart, yeah. Because I have the big deals, I bring them from there,
Okay.
and I bring them to my old entrepreneurs from Chihuahua and Juarez. Focus in Juarez, and then if I don't have in Juarez, Chihuahua capital, I bring like, oh, my friend from Chihuahua, let me call him. Maybe he's interesting.
Nice, dude. 'Cause
Fun.
That seems kind of like an interesting thing that I don't know how long it's been going on or if it's new, but a lot of people used to just leave this region with no looking back. It was just like, I need to get out of here. This place is a dump. I want to go to New York. I want to go to Mexico City. I want to go to LA. Like, I don't want to look back. But it seems like now a lot of people are like, hey, I want to. I want to go and learn and connect, but connect it to home, connect it to Juarez, connect it to El Paso. Is that kind of what you're trying to do?
Yes. Like, home is El Paso, Texas. Home is Juarez. Like, I'm feeling, my family's here. Like, if I live in, like, and everybody les pasa lo mismo. Like, everybody living from El Paso, like, a year, 2 years ago, and back to El Paso. Like, I don't know, but back to El Paso, because home is here.
So what is it about home that you enjoy so much though? Like, do you think like kind of there are some special entrepreneurs that are doing great things? Do you think you're homesick? Like, why is home, like, why is this region special to you?
Because I'm born here and I want to help all entrepreneurs.
Cool.
Like, that's my deal. Like,
What kind of entrepreneurs are you excited about? Is there like certain tech guys, certain clothing guys? Like, what kind of guys do you excited?
It's kind of like everybody. Like, all my friends have different company. Like, someone's stores, someone's gas, someone's restaurants, someone's have like everybody have like a big companies here in border.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I heard the podcasting's like blowing up on the border. I don't know, there's like some
Hey.
special dude. I don't know what it is, man. It's good stuff though. I hear. I can't wait. What's your relationship with Peter? Like, how'd you guys meet up?
Oh, my compadre Peter,
Yeah.
one of my best friends for sure.
Because Peter's coming on, I think next week, maybe in a couple
Nice.
weeks. Yeah.
He's
Peter?
Peter
Peter-
Romero. Pedro Romero.
Pedro
Is that the one with the
Romero.
pink store?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
He has a few things. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's super cool guy. Like, almost.
I think he's gonna talk politics or something. He's getting all interested in that.
He know everything. Like he like the political stuff. Like he's entrepreneur too. He work in.
You kind of had a mayor stint, right? Or no? Weren't you gonna run for mayor in Juarez or anything like that?
Mary in Juarez.
Mayor, yeah. I remember talking
Alcalde.
about you. I was gonna be mayor in El
Oh,
Paso.
mayor. I think the Mary. Like, oh, well,
No, not right now.
Give
For
me
you
2
guys.
years more and then maybe 1
Nice.
year more. But right now, like, I'm single.
But in a year.
1 year. Give me a year. No, I'm mayor. I like the political too.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I put in a stop right now because when I was running from diputado local in Juarez,
Like a, what is that? Like a local
Congress.
congressman?
yeah, local congress, yeah. And when I was running in Juarez for that, I don't feeling good, man. All the politicals is not too buena personas.
Really?
No, everybody, right?
Yeah, yeah, of
It's
course.
like in the life, good person, bad persons. Like, I don't like too much because, like, I don't know, probably because I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to be more prepared, like with an entrepreneur, like growing my
Your
business,
ventures, yeah.
growing my life, like my person, because I feeling no. I don't like the people like too much because I don't like the people that talk to your cuando hablan a tus espaldas, right?
I'll talk behind your back.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't like the people like, man, I'm very just like look in my face
Yeah.
and don't.
Straightforward.
Yes, but kind of like I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's funny. Like I like to help people. Like my heart is from Juarez,
Yeah, yeah.
from Chihuahua, and living here too. Like I like my cities, but Mexico, like the part in the political in Juarez, no, probably that was not my time. You know.
Okay.
I'm very positive guy. Like maybe in other years, maybe mayor. Nah, you
Yeah,
know,
dude, me and you, man.
For mayors, yeah.
Both, yeah, he was
down.
thinking about it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we actually.
35s or 40s, like man, we're like.
I'm out for the
Both of you
40s.
guys can do it at the same time.
Yeah, you need
Unite
to be.
Mexico, United
and,
States.
and we make the twins.
Yeah, the Twin Cities, the sister cities, dude. We actually had my birthday. Remember, we were talking about
Yes,
that, and I was
yes,
like,
yes,
"Wait,
yes.
don't run for mayor yet. I got to like 10 more years. We got to get a little older." Because, dude, I agree, man. Politics is pretty, especially right now, even in America, man. Politics has gotten very divisive, very dirty. Both sides are very, I'd say, hyper aware of how correct and right they are, and how evil and destructive the other side is. And
And
But
very
also
willing
more
to do cheap
opportunity for
shots.
different kinds of people, though.
oh, there's a lot of opportunity, man.
Yeah.
I will rip the political scene apart here in El Paso. I'm just threatening all you congressmen, all you city council people, mayor. I will rip you to shreds with my political
There
knowledge.
you go.
And when you
Smoke.
guys become mayors, please,
Throwing smoke.
please bring like a river walk in between the two cities.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Like-
that
bridges,
like
not,
San Antonio?
bridges, not walls.
like a San Antonio River Wall, but in Juarez and Apra.
No, yeah,
Bottom
like
bridge.
between Juarez and El Paso, like let some water flow through the river so that we can have beautiful parks all along
Yeah,
the
yeah.
center of our cities.
Ooh.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
looking amazing, man.
Yeah, see?
We need to prepare that project because
Yeah, we need to
we
get
need
some
to
of those
put it in
weather-
the Congress, and I
Yeah.
need to talk to the diputados.
We'll talk
yeah.
about it. We'll talk about it.
Hey, you need a lot of
Make it a
PR
tourist
to
attraction.
run
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's it. I think like between the political is
Yeah.
too much PR.
Yeah.
We actually had a few examples in our PR class about like politicians and stuff, how they totally changed everything just from marketing and PR, but mainly PR.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's a good point too. Like because I was in when I was running. When before running, I was looking for a president of one group
Yeah, yeah.
of the politicals, and I have the best contact in Mexico City, but I never call him, and I'm lost the president.
Oh, damn.
Like, and I never be the president for this group political because I don't talk to my good contact in Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
Because on one side, I don't like to talk with my friends, like, give you a favor, like, hey, please help me. I never, like, if I do it everything on my own self. Only
boy.
in business, I need to help because I need to
need my friends.
connect the best people and make a deals. But kind of the political, I love it. I never say no.
Uh-huh.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Nice,
You know what?
nice.
I'm going next run. I'm in.
Yeah, no. Like
You're ready?
years. Maybe I make my master degree in political
Yeah.
in Mexico and
Yeah.
Juarez for to be more prepared. Because kind of I tell you, like, lobos in Juarez, mucho lobo político.
A lot of
Yeah.
wolves.
Political wolves.
Oh, dude, even in the States, man,
And
like,
I'm-
it seems like it's so image oriented and like saying the right thing, not like really having good position. I mean, the one guy that I'm pretty excited about right now is Andrew Yang, I think,
Yeah.
Yang or something like that. He's actually, I mean, he's gotten very PRy as well, but like he has so many stances that are concrete. They're not like, hey, gray areas. They're like, this is what I'm going to do here. This is what I'm going to do here. Here's all of them online, and this is where I stand. So that's who I'm. All the other politicians, it kind of feels like, oh, hey, you know what? You're in need, and I need to help you, and I can help you because, like, you know what? Things are bad, and bad things need fixing, and I'm the fixer-upper. Like, I'm the helpful person. I'm the one who cares. And it's like, what are you saying to me? You're not saying anything politically. You're just saying you're just playing with my emotions. You're making me seem like you're a good person. You're not telling me, like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is why I'm going to do it.
Like actual
Actual
issues.
issues, yeah. This is why I feel this way about abortion. This is what I'm going to do about it. This is why I feel this way about debt. This is what I'm going to do about all of these things. It's like, oh, you know, like women's rights, like student loans, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, let's get into the wolves here. Let's get into the details. And it's, I don't know.
And make
But I mean, it's kind of a reflection of us, I think. You know, like the reason politicians are saying this stuff is because this is what we want, you know, like.
And they know we have a 2-second attention span.
Yeah, and like, dude, I'm so limited on my information with a lot of the nuances of these topics that it, like, you know, I can get why you're gonna go on Twitter and look hopeful instead of go on Twitter and break down the logistics of border.
Talk about the hard things.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and so like, I get why it's tough, but it's also kind of, I don't know, it's annoying because I mean, the American people are in a spot where they really need kind of intellectual talks, not like emotional, freaking heroes, I'd say. And both sides are showing some pretty heavy hero figures right now. That was my little
I mean,
rant.
it's definitely easier to drive people through emotion than
I know,
than
and
facts.
that's kind of the sad part about humanity is because, like, you know what, they're taking advantage of human nature, and like,
Yes.
there's no you know, like, that's how we react, that's how we think. So it's not like if they were gonna break down all of these topics and intellectually, no one would listen really.
Yeah.
You know, but someone listens to like, hey, he's the devil, I'm the saint, and I'm gonna fix you, and he's gonna destroy you. It's like, oh snap.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody forgets that politics really look like C-SPAN, and they're kind of boring.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're, you know, they're very important, but they're kind of boring. And so we have all these entertaining and exciting people in politics that maybe are not so great at governing.
Yeah, and dude,
Yeah.
to be honest, like, I mean, I'm talking all this smack, but like the people I follow on Instagram are the entertaining politicians. I don't follow like kind of like Minnesota's Republican senator who might have done like all of this stuff, but I
Oh my
don't
God,
know
you
him.
should hear what he says about what's her name again?
Oh my God, Cortez.
Oh.
Ocasio-Cortez.
Who's that one?
He goes.
Yeah, who brags about her freaking garden, even though her
Is that
neighbors.
Congress
I
or-
do
have
it.
one piece
Yeah,
of furniture in my
so-
apartment.
So basically, she
Yeah.
would be like a cool chick to know.
Yeah.
But, you know, do we...
Like she'd be a fun girl at the barista that I'd kind of share my weekend with, but like the fact that she's kind of dictating national policies and trying to bankrupt the entire world, like yeah, no, I'm not a
Hey,
fan.
whoa.
Really?
Oh, you're for her?
I actually don't know
No,
enough.
the fact that she has
I
no idea
really
about
don't.
energy or how it works, or and she's trying to
See what I mean?
dismantle all the
You
policies.
should hear him in the
that's a
morning
different
when he
story.
sees her stories.
No, she really was talking about like making some gigantic sweeping changes based
Major
on
changes at like who's gonna pay for it, where are the like what are gonna be the consequences, what are things that people
like-
don't address.
yeah, the
and
only-
global warming and stuff.
Oh, the
and all
only
that.
way you'd
Yes.
support the Green New Deal is if you have absolutely no idea what the oil and gas industry does and how deeply
Right.
connected it is to creating energy. That's
Right.
the only way you could ever think it's somewhat of a good idea.
Right.
But if you know anything about oil and gas, you know that it is impossible and it'll destroy America while other countries go, oh, look, that was a terrible social experiment. Now we're the top.
Well, right now, Europe is having a terrible social experiment
Yeah,
where,
Really?
like, yeah, they're having crazy emission standards, like, you know, very, very aggressive emission standards, which might be what we need if you look at the numbers in science. At the same time, that really means that Europe is going to not really be able to have small gas cars, which is like
Dude, that's what the
most
yellow
of what
vest was
they-
like pretty big with their
Whoa.
the yellow vest
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, since they have like if you're a car maker in Europe, your emission standards for the whole fleet have to be at a certain level, and that basically means that if you can't make it electric, you're just not going to make it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so they're going to have some really interesting changes in the next 5 years.
Dude, if you guys,
Yes, I hear too. Like one girl in Instagram like told about the global warming,
Mhm.
and everybody like is nothing happened. Like
Yeah.
you know carbon. Have you heard of Carbon Engineering, the company?
Mm-mm.
Dude, so they're the first company. They've actually got past their pilot stages and they're into an industrial stage now where they're getting big investments to actually clean up the carbon dioxide in the air. And
That'd be
it's
amazing.
it's past like the kind of blueprint stages and like now there's big investments. They're building their first one in Texas or somewhere in Europe, but like that's where it's innovation, not regulation, that changes the world. And it's an innovative technique like that, where they're taking out carbon in the air, turning it into carbon neutral fuel, like shit that we're never gonna think of. Those like the brilliant people are not the politicians. It's that like nerdy engineer
Oh, yeah.
who stays all night at MIT over like a 3-year period and decides like, you know what, this is gonna how the world works nowadays. And like people villainize all the oil and gas industry, but it's the oil and gas industry that's the main investors in this. And like, yeah, that could seem shady, but like.
Like now they're rebranding themselves, talking about marketing and
I
like
know.
controlling the conversation.
I know.
Yeah.
Now they're energy companies.
Yes.
And so it's like, oh, you want to attack us? That's only part of our portfolio because we
Yeah.
have all this invested in what is it called, like electrical.
Yes,
kind of
dude.
technology.
Corporations
Yes.
and politicians are the best PR people. They are the ones who like kind of master this stuff.
The one that I'm trying to like get over emotionally is that I have to pay taxes, but Amazon did not.
Yeah.
Apparently, that might just be
Well, they didn't have a
hearsay,
profit
but,
or something. Yeah, no, dude.
I get all my news from memes, so
Yeah, I do too.
don't trust me.
Oh man, I agree.
That's fine, yeah.
Dude, do you know who Edward Bernays is by chance?
I think I don't know.
So he's you know Edward, we've talked about him. No, he's Sigmund.
He's from here, or
Yeah, he's Sigmund. No, he's Sigmund Freud's nephew back in like the 1920s, and he brought Freudian psychology into marketing and said
Wow.
that, hey, dude, a lot of people don't know why they do things or how they do things, and like I can influence them with color, with noise, with all of these kind of things, and like people really don't make their decisions; they get influenced to make decisions. And so his kind of PR, he was the one who came up with the idea of public relations. He coined the term, and like, dude, it's a crazy history. He was part of the feminist movement for cigarettes. He was like, hey, these aren't cigarettes, they're freedom fire or something like that. And like you're not smoking a cigarette, you're showing that you're an independent woman, and kind of like using that like turn of phrase to really inspire people to buy his products. And like he made it think that he was inspiring you to like, you know, for freedom, for joy, for happiness, for all these things. But like, no, he was like, no, I'm just gonna, dude. He like worked with fashion companies and made the top 5 fashion brands at the time have their springtime color or fall color the same as Kool cigarettes. And so their company came out with like the new logo for Kools at the same time all the fashion was that color. And so it's fashionable to be, you know, like there's all these like little tip.
Little details.
Yeah.
And you know, I know that whole art, those dark arts are so advanced that I often question, like,
Yeah.
am I really making my own decisions, or am I just like kind of fulfilling these
Am I going with the crowd?
subconscious
Oh, dude, I'm
expectations?
so involved with the crowd.
Why do I dress like
Yes.
this, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to look good for
Totally.
someone. Okay, so I want to kind of turn the story into Netflix and
Yeah.
your little project in pilot. What's Natalie? What's the girl in Made in Mexico? What's her name?
Hannah.
Hannah
Hannah
Jaff.
Jaff.
Hannah
Hannah
Jaff.
Jaff.
Who's Hannah Jaff, and how did you connect with her?
Like he's my friend's from. She's a friend from Mexico City,
Cool.
and kind of leave the project when the producer told me, "Hey, I need to record you." Like what? Yeah, I need to explain me what I doing, like Paso, like border. We need to have to be the host of one project. Yo, what? Like, what is that, man? But
Say what?
one of my first when the guy introduced me, when the guy told me everything about the project, I say for sure I'm down. He's from Tuchenta, Image from El Paso and from Juarez. I'm down. And then he told me you need to be the host. Like it's border life, border like legacy, border like okay, that's nice. That's a nice project. And then the second day, like when I'm there in Mexico City,
Yeah.
I'm see Hannah. I'm see Hannah. And
Yeah, yeah.
we have a dinner, And I told her like, oh, I have a project. One guy told me, like, producer, like, the border, like, dude, do you forget I'm a border girl too? Yo, what border? I don't see you in El Paso, Juarez.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm from Tijuana, San Diego.
Really? She's from Tijuana, San
Yeah,
Diego. Wow,
she's
man.
a border too. Like, oh, actually, the producer told me we want to make the show like border 1, border 2, like
Oh, different
border
borders.
Tijuana, yeah,
Cool.
in the borders, and then for to see to see everybody, but we have like good things in El Paso, good things in Juarez.
Yeah.
It's not only narcos or only dangers, you know. In El Paso is not bored.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a lot of stuff cool, you know.
There's something to do in El Paso.
Yeah,
Maybe catch it on
we
your
have
YouTube.
a big freeways right now.
Yeah, we got a huge freeway.
Almost done. Almost done.
Speaking of something to do, you
It's
can
gonna
look
be
at
3
our
years.
freeway construction.
And then I meet her and I told her about the project. Told me, please let me know. I want to participate. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, let me ask to my producer and la. And I talked to him like, oh, I meet Hannah. She was made in Mexico. No way we can add it to the pilot
Nice.
because she's bordered.
Yeah.
And we started like 2 months ago. He almost done. I think the next week is done the pilot. And the goal is to put it in Netflix or HBO or
Yeah, one of those big producers. Yeah.
But it's down. But we excited if we put it in Netflix, right?
Yeah, dude, that'd be
That's
awesome,
a goal,
man.
right? That's a goal, and we're working in that, like almost done. And that project is wanna help all the border
Nice, man.
because when
amazing.
you see all the series like I don't want to put the example of the narcos, right? But
Yeah, narcos, immigration,
is
poverty, all that kind of
record all the bad things of Juarez,
Yeah.
you know. And we have a lot.
I'd even say the bad things in El Paso too, man. Like we're pretty
Yeah.
safe. I mean, the one thing that is so redundant in El Paso is like, oh, we're one of the safest cities in the world, but like, it's not a selling point. It's like, hey, dude, you want to go visit El Paso? It's
Nothing
safe.
happens.
There's nothing to happen. Like peace and love. And all.
Yeah. We're gonna go be in a safe city. You want to go to the top 5? Like, let's do it. Let's do a road trip. Top 5 safest cities. Like, whoever says that.
Yeah, and kind of like that. Like we done next week, and we make a private party. Like from the pilot, we are invited.
Damn,
Nice,
everybody's
nice.
Invited private party. Here we
Yes.
go. I'm
Yeah.
actually in an episode, right? Right,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
What?
it's-
yeah. He
yeah.
recorded. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was
actually-
there. In
I
one-
dressed up all cool too. I had my mustache, had my funny glasses. Is that picture I showed you with the
Yeah.
green? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that party, yeah. And everyone was
Yeah.
like, who's this guy? I'm like, I'm Woodruff.
JW is
The
artist
Woodruff.
too.
Yeah.
Local
yeah.
artist,
I was local
person.
artist, entrepreneur, you know,
Entrepreneur.
like, have you ever heard of podcasting? Yeah. I'm on the hit podcast, The Woodruff Show. Everyone's like, oh my God, I've heard about it.
We've all heard about it.
Do you have any
Is that this
stickers for
Do
us?
you
podcast?
guys have stickers? Do you guys have any merch for sale?
Yeah, I
at
have stickers of my
weirdmidwest.com?
face, actually.
It's the best podcast. Right?
yes.
I'm here. Thank you so much for.
Oh, of course, man. Of course. No, but that was cool, man. That was a fun little experiment with Gabe. Gabe
invitation.
too. How did Gabe get connected to that?
I told him like
Cool.
he's my roomie in Mexico.
Oh, he's your roommate in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Nice.
Yeah, he's my roomie, and I told him like, man, we have project in the border because he's stay here same like 10, 15 days here.
Yeah.
And then the more of the time he's in Mexico right now, but
Mhm.
he told me like he's border too. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
for sure.
let's do it. He invited me, one producer in Mexico. What? Oh, I'm down. And he's added too.
And that was at Gabe's house, right? The party.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Maruli
first-
was there too, right?
Yes,
Let's
all
call
the
it
friends.
Good representation of El Paso, I'd say.
Yeah.
No alcohol at all. Just jolly,
Good
cheerful
chill
dudes.
and
Nice.
care.
Yeah, intellectual
Good-
conversations, well-dressed
good
people.
food.
That was good food. Yeah, man, that was a fun time for sure.
Yeah.
So one thing, I noticed there's a lot of scarves. We wore a lot of scarves that episode.
Oh, I see.
Looked good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to mention El Paso has a scarf game.
Nice,
okay, cool.
nice. Good to know.
Yeah. So hey, New
So if you
York.
subscribe to Scarves Monthly,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
might,
you
Might
might
be
see some-
interested.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
Might have
like
a feature.
if you guys are interested in Woodruff Show scarves, I've been thinking about it, and the color scheme's right, the logo's right.
they need to have a little pocket.
I got a connection.
right?
Yeah, I got a connection with a great winter accessories guy out of China.
Hey,
Yeah, who knows? Who knows, man? If anyone wants to look into that, just feel free to leave us some messages on the Instagram.
maybe that can connect us.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
down.
So how did you get connected into like production work and all that kind of stuff? Is that part of just the PR and you making relationships, or just a joyful guy?
No, like the guy he hired me, not hired me, like
Okay.
contact me. He told me, man, I have this project, and this guy, he's right now the jefe. I like to say jefe. The jefe from the commission of cinematografia, like cinematographic from Chihuahua.
Oh, nice.
He's the jefe.
What's his name?
Luis Chaparro.
Chaparro, dude. I met him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll
we
have him
met
on the
him.
podcast pretty soon, actually.
and
Nice,
he
dude.
he's the boss of the commission, and he told me like, hey, I have this project, I need like this budget to do it,
Yeah.
and I say, give me 2 weeks,
Yeah. Nice.
and I move it,
Nice, dude.
and we help her to make this project happen.
Oh, cool,
Yeah.
dude.
And then he told me like, give me time. We make editations for the pilot. Everything making good. Everything
Hell yeah,
looking
dude.
good. And he hiring like a local musics from Juarez. Like everything is more local.
Yeah, very
like, you
local.
know.
Yeah. How'd Hannah like the whole experience? She like coming down to El Paso? What were her thoughts about the region?
How like?
Hannah, did she like have fun doing the shoot? Did she
Oh
like El Paso?
yes, man. Yeah. Like I love it. Like I never participate in that. One time or a lot of time when I bring William Levy, one artist Latino, to Juarez, to here in El Paso. One friend hiring me for my PR company,
Uh-huh.
and I make the PR there, and then I'm acting like 5 minutes in the obra, and like,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. I'm ready.
Nice,
and I have a great time in the record. Like
Nice, dude. That's cool. I'm
Nice.
excited to see how it blossoms, man, because that'd be a fun little series
I'm really
on the
like, oh shit, I don't know what.
What's the name of the series?
Border Legacy.
Border Legacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good name.
Yeah.
So what are you up to nowadays, man? Any new projects coming up? I know you're talking about Platino Pamos, or
Oh,
am I saying
Premios
it?
Platino,
Premios
man.
Platinos.
No,
What
no,
is
Yeah.
that?
Come on, you gotta try it. Premios.
Premios.
Latinos.
Oh, Premios Latinos? Oh,
Yeah, there
okay.
you
I thought it was
go.
PP. My man. I
No,
thought-
no.
Platinos.
Yeah,
It's
it's like platinum.
Platinos.
Oh, platino. It is platino.
He's correct. Yeah. He's correct, man. I
Nice.
see, like what?
Premios Platinos.
Yeah, I'm going to a Premios Platino.
What is that?
It's a big event, like a gala event in Escaret, Cancun.
Okay.
It's recognize all the artists, all the producers from all Latin America. The best ones, like
Nice, dude.
finally. And then we have a invitation from one of my friends producers from Mexico City, one of my friends, and one of my cousin invited me. Another friend invited me to. I have the ticket, like the
Double
private-
invitation.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
double or nothing. And then he invited me, and I'm super excited because the state wanna represent in the event too.
Nice.
Luis is follow me to, like not follow me like.
It's coming with you.
No.
Oh.
So basically, Luis, who runs the
State
film-
Commission, yeah.
the State Commission for Film in Chihuahua, wants Hector to represent him at Premios Platinos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he
Nice.
won
To represent the state.
the state of Chihuahua.
The
like
state of Chihuahua.
the deal is like the goal is bring Eugenio Derbez, Del Toro, or someone of the best producers of the Mexico. In
Wait,
the
like
United
Del
States.
Toro, like Benicio del Toro? Is that what you're talking about? Or?
No, Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo
director.
del Toro.
The director.
Wow, I know Guillermo well, guys.
Yeah.
I know.
My
I've
God.
seen
Oh.
Hellboy.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me put. Let me put
Do
the
you
one.
know Eugenio Derbez? You don't know that guy,
I know,
right?
yeah, of course I do, dude. I see movies.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wow.
Oh wow!
His face.
No, what is that? Who is that?
He's like a comedian that's like making some waves. He's in
I
the
don't
new
even know.
Dora. He's in like they made a
Dora the
live
Explorer?
action of
Yeah,
Dora
yeah.
the Explorer, but now she's in high school.
Dude, they just named.
All right.
Dude, they just dropped a live action of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, what?
Jim Carrey's in it. Looks like one of the worst movies, but
I
Jim
will
Carrey's
see
in
it.
it. You know, Jim Carrey doesn't do like random movies. He usually
Or
kind of
maybe he
waits for
hasn't
good
had any
characters.
jobs, so he needs to get one.
He's
Oh,
been
dude.
having issues.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's a little wild right now. He's doing, dude. He's selling a lot of art though.
Yeah, he's actually pretty decent. at
Yeah,
what he
he's like jumped into like kind of painting and like actually been selling a lot of artwork wildly.
So you need to own a Carrie and you need to own a George Bush.
Yes, dude. I want a George Bush portrait so bad, so bad. I want to get my dad a George Bush portrait
Imagine.
so bad.
Really?
Yeah, he paints, dude. George Bush Jr. paints. He's a painter.
That's
Really?
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, man. He had his own book that came out. Like, dude,
Oh,
he's
just
Wow.
soldiers.
and he's
Of
actually
soldiers that he
decent.
sent
He's
to
like
war.
a
They're pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a bad painter. Which I mean, dude, that is so beautiful.
That's
like,
so funny. The last time I saw my dad, he actually mentioned saying that he wanted one.
yes,
Yeah.
dude. Like, he's a freaking painter. Like, he's just, dude, George, man. I just miss you, man. The early
The good old
2000s,
days.
the early 2000s, man, were just so goofy, man. Now-
I remember very actively working against his campaign. So. There we go.
I know who would have thought where would you be in 2019?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
With
It's
Beto
good.
saving the day. Throwing smoke.
There you go.
Dude, so cool, man. So you got that whole thing going on. When's that? This month? Next month?
Next in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
tomorrow.
It's
Yeah.
this month.
Very exciting.
Nice,
This month,
dude.
yes. And then I'm very excited because it's a new like things. Like,
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
gonna be really cool. Kind of networking and meeting all these
Yeah.
individuals. Dude, it seems like all the creatives from Mexico. That's cool, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
that goal
Cancun's fun
from-
too, dude.
Yes.
Can't hate Cancun.
I'm arriving one day before the
Oh,
event.
Nice.
oh snap!
Yes, yes, yes. And then the goals of this, the Luis want me like to be the broker from Chihuahua too.
Nice.
Like bring
Bring more production. into the state.
production.
Yeah.
And the all entrepreneurs people help. or
That's amazing. And you've mentioned a little bit that you wanted to also kind of do more work here in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Texas.
Like
Curious.
work like here
Like PR stuff or video stuff,
here
like
more like
like Cohen Brothers stuff.
I the thing that I do in Texas is like kind of a broker is
Nice.
different. Recommend all my entrepreneur Mexicans who wanna buy properties here, who wanna buy property. I recommend with the best people.
You can connect them.
Yeah, or
Like a neural network.
more sales like
Yeah.
from lands here in Texas.
Oh, nice.
You know, it's very
Like
interesting.
biology.
In Mexico, you know, like in the United States, El Paso seems to be relegated into second tier of the attention of what happens in the American world, right? But in Mexico, El Paso is a connection to the United States, so
Oh,
it
yeah.
ends up being very important to Mexican business, and you know, even just like as a conduit for the culture.
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense.
And kind of El Paso, Texas, I do just it's more chill my work here right now.
Yeah, it's a chill zone.
It's a little like chill, but
Fertile ground.
it's growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's growing up, man.
Yeah.
Especially the podcasting scene, dude. A lot of competition. coming up. I'll stop driving. I'll
I
stop
give you
plugging.
my phone number.
I'll get out of here. It's getting a little
Would you
desperate.
hire me? It's 915.
If anyone wants to be a guest, just reach out to us, please. So, dude, how can people kind of connect with you, find out what you're doing? Do you have an Instagram or anything like that? Do you have like
We have
a
Instagram.
website?
Yeah, I have Instagram, but it's only recommendations right now.
Okay.
I'm not too big or too.
Yeah, because our audience might want to reach out. You know, you seem like you're a pretty well-connected guy. It seems like you're into the creative world. Seems like you're into the business. Like, there maybe be some potential.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Padre.
My man.
And plus,
I'm
plus he's
great.
got an extra ticket to that award show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus, hey, any ladies out there, we got one extra ticket giveaway. This today only. We got a ticket giveaway.
For
Hit
the
us
private
up.
This is his number.
The private
And he only has
party.
one more year before he has to get
Here we go
married.
again.
So,
You
so
have
there
one more left to get Hector, guys. So you gotta be careful.
Thank
Man,
you.
dude, so when was the first time I met you? Right before my birthday, right? I actually came to my birthday back in the day, my
Yes.
30th. He's like a
Oh,
late
the
minute.
Miami one?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
I heard a lot
super
about that.
funny,
No,
man.
It was funny. That's pretty much what it was. Just funny.
Yeah, you missing, eh, girl? Missing a lot
That's so
of.
funny. So when we recently got married, his friends were saying like, "Oh, we're gonna have a bachelor party." He's like, "Dude, Miami was a bachelor party."
Literally retroacted it. Like, hey guys, here's the email. Like, thanks for coming to my bachelor party 3 years ago. It was really fun. Dude, cool,
Well,
man. Well, that's pretty much the show. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on, man.
No,
It's great
thank
hearing
you so
from you.
much.
Great seeing you. I'm excited to see what you got going on in the future. So keep in touch, and maybe next time you come on, we'll see how the event went and all
How
that.
the
Yeah,
awards
how
went.
And I'm really curious about
Moving.
the show as soon as the show comes out.
Oh my god,
Yes.
I can't wait to this party.
You
I'm gonna
need-
look
I need to-
fresh, grow my mustache back. Really am. I actually really am.
He is getting his mustache.
Yes, you're invited right now. You have that
Perfect.
invitation.
Thanks,
And
guys.
thank you so much, JW, Carolina, and Jasiel, like for this time, like super, like chill time, like kindly
Thanks, man.
laughing, funny, and
Yeah, it was
interesting.
Super fun. Super fun.
And of course, for being a guest on the show, you're getting your own stash of stickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, for
Really?
sure.
That, dude, that's all you. You got.
Oh wow.
You have a face of GW.
Thank you so much.
And I'm blushing, so like it's kind of one of those faces that if you need to get anything off your chest and vent, like I'm listening. I'm listening for you.
Instagram moment.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was the Woodruff Show. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week with I forget who's on the episode, but there's a couple of really good stellar ones. Love you guys. I really appreciate it. Cheers.